Hello, my beautiful Libra. This is your monthly forecast on Paradigma Tarot, and we will be using Zodiac Oracle today. This month is promising you some starlight and stardust, beautiful Libra, so let's take a look. Before we begin, I'd just like to say that if you'd like this deck, you can purchase it on my Etsy store. The link will be under the video below. And the rules for the following video is for every other tarot video I'm sure you've watched before. Please take what resonates. If it doesn't resonate, leave it for the rest of the team. These tarot readings are based on your current astrology, and these energies are general. So please be entertained, but do use your discernment when making life-changing decisions. I appreciate it. And let's take a look. Libra. First of all, the overall energy of your reading is a Queen of Cups, which tells me that you are about to have a lot of fun. Actually, your month of January starts with a bang, just so you know. And it may be because you are finally reaching a pinnacle of something that you've been waiting for or working for. Just so you know, the ascendant at the turn of midnight from December 31st to January 1st, at the stroke of midnight, the ascendant sign in the northern hemisphere is going to be in the sign of Libra. Libra 2023 is definitely your year of significant transition. Essentially, the way I can word this spread is the wait is over. If anything was holding you back, watch out everybody, because here she comes. She or he, Libra. So let's begin talking about your specific energies. Here we have a Queen of Cups, which talks about your wholeheartedness and the fact that you are going to be comfortable where you are in your skin. You are going to be very heartfelt to those around you. You will be making possibly new friends. You're going to be very calm and soothing in your conversations. You may or may not be surrounded by water at the time of January, but the energy of water will definitely surround you, which will probably have something to do with Pisces. There are so many planets in Pisces that are going to be affecting you this year, specifically Jupiter. Jupiter, even though it's going to move out of Pisces, is going to have some effect. The oracle that clarifies this card says the heart and home, which means your home where your heart is. Essentially, January is going to bring you some energy which will make you feel very confident and fulfilled. It may have something to do with your family or your new belongings. Maybe you'll get some luxury gifts. Maybe you will go on a trip where you're going to be surrounded by bliss, I don't know, maybe you'll go to Bali. You're definitely going to be fulfilled, and you're going to feel calm and cool and collected and established. Your legacy is going to be your talents, which will have some space to flourish during the month of January. And overall, you can get anything your heart's desire during this month. That is the overall energy for Libras for January 2023. Let's dive into it. First card we have on the table, signifying the beginning of the month, is the Fool. Well, it is Aries, and it is the Fool, and it is the new year, the new era. So it actually makes sense. Although the Fool will also signify the fact that you may be taking a leap of faith. It may not be the 1st of January. It may be coincidentally a certain meeting or a certain feeling or a certain situation that pushes you into that direction, but you're definitely going to be all for it. Let's take a look at the oracle card that actually clarifies it. Actually, it says that you will receive the information within a few days. So basically, this is going to be a decision that you're probably going to make at a spur of a moment. Some sort of situation is going to start unfolding within a few days. It could be within a few days from your reading. It would be just that you're in the middle of January, beginning of January perhaps, and something is just going to be strikingly happening within 2-3 days. Maybe you'll meet someone new. Maybe you'll get a job offer. Maybe you'll, visit a different country and realize that you want to live there. And it's just something that's just going to definitely shake up and take a different turn in different direction in your life. And it's going to be something that's going to be suiting you so well. You can see there's a woman in the zodiac card. She's holding a warrior pose. She's definitely inclined to be open to the universe, and wherever the wind may take her, she is happy to go and continue her journey in that direction. So the goal is for you, Libra, is to be very flexible and easygoing when things start changing, because you, soon enough, even if you don't know where you're going, soon enough you will know exactly where universe is leading you. Let's take a look. What are you leaving behind? Look at this. It's a 5 of Swords, and it is reverse. In the reverse, 5 of Swords in this deck will show you how upset you are. 5 of Swords is a card where it's a lose-lose situation. Everybody takes what they can, and nobody wins. In this particular situation, we have the clouds over their head, where we are conniving, deceiving, people are surrounding us, where we have betrayal. Possibly we have people that are not having our best interests in their mind. But in the reverse, you can tell how all of those fears and all of those panic attacks and perhaps paranoia falls away. 5 of Swords is not the best card or energy to be in, but apparently whatever anxiety you had about whatever situation, maybe you had certain fears, you will definitely be rid of them. It's really interesting because the oracle card that clarifies this has the energy of Taurus. Perhaps you're going to meet a Taurus, or you're going to be surrounded by Taurus energy. Taurus energy usually tells you about values. Values not only in possessions, but also what is it that's valuable to you in life. This is where we love unconditionally. This is where we meet our soulmates. This is where we find unusual and uncommon bond with strange people that become super devoted to you. This sign, Anamkara, means longevity, infinity, means forever and always. It also has tenderness, timeless touch, constancy, appreciation, and infinite love, and unchanging appreciation of who you are, Libra. This sounds like you will stop doubting yourself. You will become very comfortable in your own skin, and that will let your sun shine brightly for everybody else around you. It's also going to become painfully apparent who is meant to stay in your life and who is not, because at this time, tests, we're all going to be already passing our tests. December of previous year was kind of shaky, and who do we choose? And we're all going back and forth in our energies, and that was prevalent in everybody's zodiac horoscope. But January seems like will unchain you. It seems like you're gonna feel the ease and freedom and magic of the moment, as long as you don't listen to those people who are killing the joy and killing the fun. Okay, so just ignore them, or brush them off, get rid of them, don't throw them overboard. Let's take a look at what's coming up next. So once you had the fun and over the holidays, the Chariot talks about things are moving rather quickly. First of all, this could be a trip. You may be going on a trip, you may be coming back from a trip. It may be that you are very determined for something to happen a particular way. Perhaps you've already built up some plans, you've changed your plans, you're now very determined, you know exactly what you want to go out there and win this race. We can see The rider is in the Colosseum, which means there are people probably who are competing with him in this race, and it is very important that he retains his leadership position. And it sounds like, Libra, you're going to have an opportunity to do so in the month of January. Be prepared for an unexpected circumstances after this soothing and, unconditional love type of a mellow beginning of January. Things are going to hit the ground and running pretty quickly. I mean, if this is a love situation, it could be, here, you're my bride, pick up your luggage and let's go, right? And that means you may have to get rid of some stuff, including some people, to hit the ground running. But let's take a look, okay? So the oracle that's around you, oh my goodness, it's a train and it's a knight. I mean, talking about movement, talking about moving to a new direction, to a new level of confidence, to a new level of commitment. It could be a new level of adventure. Maybe there's something completely new that you're going to decide that you're going to want to do. It could be a change in your spiritual commitments. It could be a change in your resistance. Maybe you're going to stop resisting and just let it go and move forward. It looks like you are going to be on track. So whatever happens to you, Libra, just know that this is the way the universe had planned it. And the thing is, based on your previous energies, I can tell you that the anxiety you've had for the last 6 months is probably was something that was preparing you for this moment. So it's kind of like a premonition where something is coming, the freight train is coming, and here you go, the freight train is here, right? So it's not like you can go anywhere. The train is on your track and it's moving, so you better get on board of a train or get out of the way. That's kind of how it's going to happen. So be prepared that the movement is going to go rather rapidly. The only thing that I don't quite clearly see here, whether it has to do with your career, financial situation, moving houses, or your personal life. So Libras, please do check your ascendant. If you are a Libra sun, please check your ascendant, which is your rising sign, because it may identify which house it's going to be. This change may be happening for you. If you are a Libra rising, this change may be happening in, especially if you are a single Libra, this may be happening in your house of relationships. If you are in relationships, this also may be happening in your relationships, meaning if your life or relationship was boring, there's definitely going to be a shake-up. A little bit of drama, but also moving forward to a whole new level. I don't see much of a movement in your career sector at this moment, but it could be surprising changes that are happening to you. I am a bit weary of this Five of Swords, where maybe some sort of shady people may come out of the woodwork, or maybe some secrets may come out. But all overall, there will be something happening in your personal life that will definitely supersede all of this other stuff, okay? So it's definitely new friends, new area of friends. You're going to make new friends. It's going to be new, maybe lovers. It could be some new people in your intimate life that are definitely going to make your life a lot easier and definitely going to make you want to change direction. You may be looking at zodiac signs of Taurus or Leo that could be significant for you. This is definitely you moving on to a whole new chapter of your life, and you're going away to a different direction than you anticipated originally. So do remember what happened to you in November and December, preparing you for this moment, because there will be a clear understanding of why things happened to you the way they did. It was something that was preparing you for this time. It looks like you are going to be very brave and daring and strong to move into a new direction, even though it will be very important for you so that you have a certain reputation to uphold, that you are doing it in high spirits, and that you are having honor to obey, right? So the way it happens is going to be very important to you, and hence the control position here for you, Libra. But it looks like it's very exciting stuff that are happening to you. I can't wait to see what's coming up next. Whatever this is, it's going to determine the rest of your life. It's definitely a very significant transit, and I'll tell you right now because you are having some major heavy player in your chart that's playing around with your, well, not playing around, but hugging your ruler, Venus. So, especially if you're friends with Taurus or you have a meetup with Taurus, this is going to be a very significant meeting because Venus also rules Taurus, right? So, I would say if you're looking at an Earth energy and it's Taurus, you should make friends with these people. It's going to be super beneficial to you because Tauruses are also going to be blessed on the financial side, okay? But let's move on with you, Libra. So, Six of Wheels. This is the same as Six of Pentacles, talks about give and take. It also talks about the fact that you may meet a benefactor or somebody who wants to invest in you, who thinks that you have potential, who wants to build a relationship with you, and who will be absolutely equally giving and taking in this relationship. It will be absolutely essential and important to this person to make sure that you feel needed, valued, and loved. It's definitely going to be a group of people or a person that do want to work with you together. So be prepared for the fact that you may find a new job that will ask you to travel. It could be that your partner finds a new job where you're going to have to travel. Regardless, Yacht, an oracle of Yacht, talks about adventure, luxury travel, great ease, smooth sailing, sophisticated surroundings. So it's basically a very upscale upgrade for your lifestyle. This is where you can feel prosperous, self-indulgent, and very comfortable. It's also going to be a bit extravagant, so do be careful of spending the extra money that you don't have. This is the time that you may spend a little too much money without feeling the pressure of the fact that you may have career setbacks or you may have an increasingly heavy debt that's hanging in your pocket. It will change in the future. However, at the time of this happening, you may be feeling constrained. So I do feel that you will rely perhaps on your partner's money a little bit too much. So do take some distance to evaluate what you're able or capable of spending at this time before you go all out on luxury sailing. But let me tell you that you're ascending, because your ascendant is going to be on January 1st. Literally the whole year, you're going to be ascending. So this is good news for you, Libra. Good circumstances. Of course, not without speed bumps, but all overall, 2023 is going to be life-changing for most Libras out there, okay? So over the top and extravagant. Another thing is that you may find an investor or benefactor or perhaps a rich boyfriend, or maybe you will come to a large sum of money, like a huge bonus or payout, or maybe your financial investments are going to go through the rooftop where you'll be able to enjoy a completely different lifestyle, which is great. Eight of Wheels is in reverse. There's certain pattern or some sort of routine that you've had on a daily basis that's going to go away, and it will happen quiet simultaneously with all these new things coming in. So it's almost like you're going to have this sail smooth transition into this whole new world, a whole new world where you have people who like to follow you, who like to organize for you, who like to perform for you. It's almost like you're going to have a whole set of people that are going to be working for you. Of course, in a dreamland, you're going to move into a mansion and have a bunch of servants, but that's not going to happen for most of you. So this is just talking about the fact that whatever the new circumstances are in your career or your daily life are going to make you feel a little bit more organized, a little bit more like a team player where you love to collaborate with everybody who is in your surroundings. You're going to be in pure harmony and synergy with people around you, and you're going to meet a team of people where you can co-create, meaning you have similar views on life, you have similar goals, and you want similar things. So whatever it is, whatever this group of people is, or whatever this new job that you're going to get, or whatever this new talent that you're going to discover, is definitely A, going to bring you quite a bit of money, B, it's going to change your daily routine. Meaning if you used to be sitting at the computer from 8 in the morning until 9 in the evening, it's going to be something that's going to require a little bit of a different task from you. And quite frankly, if you do have some Leo energy in you, you may be recruited into a performance, right? Perhaps in addition to your daily activities, now you're going to be in the community theater, or you're going to be playing an instrument that you wanted to learn for the longest time, or you're going to be singing an opera. I'm not sure, but it could be something that will sort of be completely opposite of what you're used to doing, but yet it's going to bring you joy and much needed balance in your life and make you feel special. Okay? So whatever these initiatives are that you're going to undertake earlier this month or in the middle of the month are definitely going to bring you to almost immediate results, as long as you remain calm, collected, kind, and cool during this process. Let's take a look at the next energy towards the end of the month is Eight of Swords. So here we hit a little bit of a blank state. This is the time where our mind starts going 100 miles an hour and we start to look for, we're looking for problems. We're perhaps looking for problems somewhere where they don't exist. Let's take a look at why is this happening. Well, it's an interesting zodiac oracle because it does talk about moving on, graduating, completing a particular cycle, taking a final, and be done with it. So it's definitely a feel of void where all of this new stuff happening, but you're now starting to feel a bit nostalgic and missing that old part of you that you had to let go. So when this separation happens, you may have to make adjustments. It could be that you are a Libra, where you are at a much older age, and perhaps you had your children visiting for holidays that made you feel a bunch of fun and special, and you had a lot of activities. Now that all of the celebrations are over and all the children and guests have gone back to their own homes, you're going to feel a bit lonely, especially if you were hosting the holiday party. So the feeling of a bit of an emptiness and perhaps loneliness in a new life may hit you over the head. But it's normal. It's totally normal when you have such a high speed of intensity and the way the changes are coming into your life, it's almost like a hurricane. It's almost normal to take a pause after that, to reflect on what the heck just happened, right? What the heck just happened? So end of January could be a little bit more steady and calm, but you may sit down in a chair, look around you, and realize that you're in a completely different place. In fact, it could be, if not geographically, it could be mentally, right? It could have been the people that you've met over the holidays. It could be maybe a new acquaintance that was very striking. It could be a new circle of friends. It could be the new plans that you've made. You suddenly realize that, oh my God, my life just went upside down in a matter of a few days. And as you know, usually destined events do happen exactly in this way. So this is why I'm saying, Libra, the wait is over. Whatever you were waiting for, this energy is going to flip your life upside down and definitely bring you through a whole array of different emotions and understanding a world from a different point of view, and maybe see it on a much more grander scale, because Jupiter is going to take care of that. If you did not plan to travel, there may be travel that comes up. If somebody calls you up to travel, you will be happy you did. Okay, so do jump on that train. If somebody calls you up and says, hey, let's go somewhere here over the holidays, and you're not sure, buy the ticket while you can, because you're definitely not going to be sorry. There's going to be some sort of event that happens over the course of this travel that's going to completely change your philosophy of life or how you see yourself, and your confidence. It's going to boost your confidence level, and you're going to find so much love and joy amongst the people that you're going to be surrounded with or by during this trip. So let's see where this is heading exactly. This is where you're going to definitely understand. You know, if it didn't sink in before, now it's going to sink in. The past is over. And I think it's going to come after this feeling of, oh my God, what just happened? It all happened so fast. What did just happen? Well, it's over. And if you didn't realize that it's over, the zodiac card of guillotine is actually telling you it's over. Okay? I mean, come on. It's definitely over. Now, what you need to be wary of is that the new journey that you may undertake or new philosophy that you may adopt may not be taken very well by your friends, relatives, or people that you used to be surrounded by. So you're going to be extremely vulnerable to other people's humiliation, or public ridicule or mockery, because people will not understand why are you acting this way, or what the hell caused you to do all this, whatever it is that you did. And by far, what's gonna drive you through this moment is the memory of this time when you felt in your own skin, when you felt the affection, when you were surrounded by friends, when you found the uncommon bond with other people, because you will still feel the connection with those who you've bonded over this period of time. And as vulnerable of a time as it's going to be, as questionable for you it's going to be of why did you choose this and how you're going to proceed, you're definitely going to know that there is no way back. You will no longer be constrained, you will no longer be censored, and you will no longer be punished for something that you didn't do. It's also finishing the cycle of you not being valued by other people. I think that in the last 12 years, well, specifically since 2012 really, but 2008 was probably more the beginning of it, which you probably didn't realize, but you felt like an outcast, or you've probably felt like you know, people didn't see you. It's like you're a blank spot for some unknown reason, and people didn't even realize that they were hurting your feelings, or that you were important, or that you were valuable in a way. You were kind of a black sheep of a family or your circle of friends. People did not understand you. People did not want to honor you. This cycle is coming to an end because your star is going to shine so brightly, people are not going to know what the heck hit him. People are not going to know what kind of freight train has hit them. They're not going to understand that you've been on this train all along. And the reason you do get this stardom and appreciation and benefits from universe is because you have gone through torture and punishment for the last decade really. And it is something that's about to turn around. So January is going to be a very significant month for you because you are going to see how things are turning around. The way it's going to show up in your life is you may suddenly get support from unforeseen resources. You may be part of a beauty pageant, just for fun of it. And realize that you're not even hoping that you're going to win, but you do want to participate in a beauty pageant because, you know, it's something that you like to do and beauty and fashion is your thing. And suddenly judges decide that you are the queen, which makes the queen, who was a runner-up, very upset. It's also going to be weird when you come to a party and the usual popular clique is not so popular and people are actually running to you with a microphone to ask you questions on the red carpet, and you're like, why are you talking to me on the red carpet? So essentially, It's going to be a moment where you are going to be a little freaked out. But with stardom comes a certain freedom. And I'm talking metaphorically, right? It doesn't mean that every Libra is going to end up on the red carpet. Star is it's hope. It's a different level of life. It's some sort of dream that's coming true for you, Libras. And it may be in a shape and form that you did not expect. And that's why you're going to be a bit puzzled, well, maybe discombobulated, but you are going to be certainly pleased to see what kind of changes are happening in your life. You may find a benefactor in the energy of Gemini. I can tell you right now, there's 3 zodiac cards of Gemini in your reading. It could be that the North and South Node are changing from the from the Gemini sign to from Gemini and well, what is it? Scorpio and Sagittarius now, and then it's moving into Libra. So next vortex for not vortex, but next gosh, I'm losing my words here. But anyway, so North Node and South Node poles are going to be in the signs of Libra and Aries. Thank you very much. Can't talk today. So honestly, what the cards are saying is relax. Relax and let the universe take care of certain changes that are happening in your life. There will be a swing. You are sitting in a hammock, which kind of swings. It's kind of shaky. It's not super stable. Do remember that, stardom comes. It could be a 5-minute stardom and then goes away like reality shows, or it could be something that brings you up into the stars and kind of you remain there, and then you just have your own niche. You have your own people that you are very famous for and very popular with, and that's just enough for you, right? So through this course of time, the best advice to you is relax, take the time off, enjoy the newly found freedom and stardom, per se. Some dreams do come true when you least expect it. You will find a relief from all of your worries, even when you're going to feel empty-handed at some point, and I think it's after this commotion, right? It's almost like if you're a Cinderella, you went to a ball and then you came home and you're like, oh my God, like what did all the, where's my carriage? It's a pumpkin now. Where is my glass slippers, right? This is the time that it's going to pass by quite quickly. During this time, it's best to meditate. Do not try to hurry up the situation. Be as reactive as possible, meaning fluctuate with the energy. For January, especially the end of January, it would be very important not to try and force the situation, okay? You will be sort of in suspense again. So now that all of these happen, what next? Do realize that it's time to contemplate. It's time to sleep on it. Don't make any decisions. And if your romance continues, do enjoy the intimacy of this time, the sexual relations, the contentment, the alone time if you are alone in some oasis. Maybe, like I said, maybe you'll go to Bali and then everybody leaves and you just stay there for another 2 weeks. I don't know. This is time to go to bed, time to dream in astral worlds of new life, and call it a day means give it a rest, right? So basically, let it go and let it flow. This zodiac is in Scorpio, and the number 6 definitely talks about the fact that you are going to have some sexy time with an emperor if you do get one. But this sexy time may be during your holidays or whatever, and then there will be some time where you're going to be apart or in separation, which is going to make you very sad, but it's not for long, okay? This will change for you. It could be that you meet someone on your vacation if you are in fact traveling, and then you're going to end up in separate parts of the world once you go apart. Or it could be that you go on vacation and then you come back and your second half is not there yet, right? Or maybe they have to go for work somewhere. Either way, there may be this little break between you that will make you feel a little nostalgic and lonely, but it's not going to be for long. Because what's coming next for you after this coldness and lonely time is 10 of Pentacles. Okay, 10 of Pentacles is pretty much the whole shebang. Happy wife, happy life, happy puppy, loyalty, castle, money, stability. If it has nothing to do with intimacy time and your beloved, it could have something to do with your career, which means the opportunity you're going to get, which will be after a certain pause, right? Where you're going to be in limbo, like, oh, well, I'm not sure, is this happening or not? It is happening. So don't feel left out in the cold. The Emperor has to do some reorg before they call you to invite you to this position, okay? Same with the Emperor if it's a gentleman, right? He needs to go home, figure out his life, reorganize his life, and invite you into 10 of Pentacles, because he doesn't want to invite you into 5 of Pentacles, where things are not ready. You get to see his downside. You know, he hasn't talked to his family yet. Maybe he has children, maybe whatever. So this time is a much needed time for you to chill, meditate, relax, take care of your body, make sure you look great, you feel great, so that when the moment comes, you are ready. So, my dear Libras, this is a month of January for you. The only thing that I'd like to do is to get some advice for you for personal life and some advice for you for your career for the month of January. Since we had an ending that had something to do with career and something to do possibly with your personal life. So, can you give us a zodiac card for Libra as advice for their love life? Ooh, love life, Black Widow. There will be a twisted turn of events. You need to be very careful about trying to control this relationship or getting into a relationship with someone who is going to be controlling. This situation may be some sort of entrapment. It could turn very low vibration. Perhaps it's a warning not to get into conniving in deceitful relationships where you know somebody is not available or toxic, or where betrayal has something to do with it, right? So, needless to say, you may meet someone during your vacation that will remain as a vacation romance because the man is not available, for example, right? But perhaps he was traveling alone for whatever reason. Or it's somebody who you've trusted that may turn their back on you, and you will have to go through this poisonous and low energy. So this is kind of a warning, kind of a sad thing. Sorry about that. So if you do run into this situation, let's ask tarot cards what this is all about. There might be some betrayal in your personal life in 2023. It may not come from January, but it's almost like it's forewarning you in advance, dear Libra, about insidious situation. Okay, so be careful who you trust. I don't even know if it's going to be January. I think it's a little bit more forthcoming. Yeah, this is a very toxic situation. So honestly, you may end up in a relationship with someone who is very controlling. So be careful. We've got a devil and we've got a Black Widow, which is definitely a web of lies. A deceitful situation, a situation where you have maybe if it looks too good to be true, perhaps it is, right? So do use your discernment and your intuition here. It's going to be very important. It's also stating that it's something that you need to let go. There is an end of the situation, even though you're going to feel lonely, it's something that you're going to have to let go if you haven't already, okay? In order for you to move forward. That might be part of the situation. So personal life, little finicky Libra. Let's talk about career. What advice is there in a career for lovely Libra? What advice is there for career for lovely Libra? So, for career, you're you're going to have to juggle quite a bit. Perhaps you're going to have to learn some new skills. You're going to have to dig deeper and find research. There's definitely a library, which means an infinite possibility of gaining new knowledge, finding value in history, learning the history and the patterns and not repeating them again. This could be that you are going to be simultaneously taking some sort of courses while working. It might be that you're going to be in the search for the new job. That's why you're juggling. Do pay attention to hidden knowledge that you may have, because this may actually constitute your future career. You would be really good as a mentalist, as a research assistant, as a Sherlock Holmes. You may be a good book author yourself, so perhaps look into that and see what kind of knowledge you can share in a book. And you're going to be definitely very good at looking beneath the surface of all of the new technology and all of the new things that are coming out in the world during this time. Be ready that your career may change into a whole different direction towards something that you like to do, but perhaps you may not be able to change it right away. And for that, you're going to have to read some information, learn new skills, figure out new setup, right? Or how to, like if you want to publish a book, you're going to have to figure out how to publish it. You're going to read about it. You're going to learn about it. You're going to figure out how other people do it. And so January or second half of January may be spent digging deeper into archives of your previous work experience and career, perhaps redoing your resume in order to move forward in your search and in your adventures with that. Well, Libra, with that, I'm gonna let you go. Please like, share, and subscribe if you did like this video and if you'd like to see more of these videos. I do feel a bit sad about this Black Widow, but I'm sure this is a forewarning, so since we are forewarned, we may be safe from the betrayal, or at least we're going to be prepared for when this happens. It may not be betrayal, it could be just a toxic situation or relationship where a person will be literally obsessed with you. And therefore you're going to end up in a situation where maybe you'd like to work, but you're not allowed, right? So you're going to end up doing something that's not really work, like publishing your own book. I mean, not that publishing a book is not work. Please don't, be angry at me right now. But you know what I mean. It's something you can do at your own pace versus going to 8 to 5 job. So it's definitely change of perspective here. Just don't fall into low vibration. Don't self-sabotage any new relationships. And don't make any drastic decisions, especially at the end of January, because you may go back into the what-if patterns and where paranoia kicks in, right? So please do stay in this high vibration as long as you can. And we'll take a look at February when time comes to see how the story will progress. Thank you so much, Libra, and I do hope you enjoy your day.